I also would like to show you guys running through a greater rift with this build. I might not be able to beat this one because I've been kind of getting slower and slower. On 10 I was about a minute away from running out of time, so hopefully I'll be able to do 11, but we'll see. I really need to... oh wow, we got some unicorns here. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get some good item upgrades to increase my damage overall, because I got some really awesome abilities and items here, but it's still not quite enough to get me to those higher levels of greater rifts. The big one is that sword that I need to replace my scorn. Blade of Prophecy. If I could get a Blade of Prophecy at level 70, that'd be really awesome with my Frydehr's Wrath shield.
Not yet. Patience.
When I'm fighting these guys, especially when it's elites, but even just regular packs of monsters, I really like to try to always have my phalanx up doing damage, so that I'm not wasting any time on that. Because if I have it up and I'm not using it, it's just a waste, in my opinion. Same with my bombardment, but I try to be a little bit more conservative with that, because if I use it on a little pack of monsters that don't need it and I run into like an elite pack or something right after, then that's a total waste. But overall it's usually a good idea to use them both as often as possible, just so I can get through those greater rifts as fast as possible.
Not ready yet.
Steed charge is super helpful too. I have a whole lot of cooldown reduction, so with cooldown reduction and steed charge, I can get through the empty areas of Great Rift pretty fast, so they're not slowing me down too much. I also try to focus my shield glare on larger groups of enemies, even if I don't necessarily need the blind CC on them, just because it's much more about the wrath generation than it is about the CC or the blind.
Patience. Enjoyed that.
See, now it's the perfect time to use my bombardment. Nice lead pack there. Perfect time to be using Condemn when they're all surrounding me like crazy. So, one of the scariest things here on hardcore is when you got a big group like this that has a good deal of CC. Because I can withstand a bunch of hits, but if I get locked down and I can't move around and move out of the way when I'm taking too many hits, then that's very scary. Even a Crusader with all my tankiness. So I try to be a little bit proactive about it. Trying to stay in those frozen even when I totally can. Just in case something weird happens, maybe another elite pack shows up at the wrong time. And I get stuck. spec. One of the worst packs I've run into on hardcore here with this Crusader is a Jailer Frozen Walling pack, and that was super scary. They locked me down. Got very, very close to dying, just simply because I couldn't move.
Not yet. Not ready yet.
Also, if I can, I try to take out the weaker elites first, just so I can have my phalanx focusing on the one stronger guy, because they do quite a bit of damage, and if I can have them all focusing that on the big one that takes the longest to take down, then I can usually power through them a lot faster. So I'm a little over halfway done, a good deal amount ahead of the timer, so I might actually make it in time for this one. The big problem I have, really, with these rifts so far is actually the rift boss, Rift Guardian, because going against them, unless they're one that summons minions, I tend to have a hard time just doing enough damage, because I only have one guy to use my shield flare on, and so I don't get very much wrath, and so I'm spending most of that time actually waiting for wrath to regenerate using my wrath generation skill, Smite, here, to try to get that wrath back. Do more condemns on him. It's kind of a slow job unless he's got those minions. Those minions can be super helpful though if they do spawn them. But then I also have to be a little bit tactical about it and try not to condemn them without using my shield flare on them to get the wrath first. So it takes a little bit of shenanigans to get it right. And I know it's only going to get harder the farther I go on, especially when there's just no minions to help at all. I just gotta hope that I can take him down fast enough and not rely on all that extra regeneration. Also, if you notice, I'm actually using the Templar as my ally for no real particular reason other than when I find an upgrade to my items, I can usually give the item that I replaced to my Templar, and it's an upgrade for him. Or it's, say, like a one-handed weapon that is good for me because of the smart loot system, but not good for me because I'm using two-handed weapons. It's usually a pretty good upgrade for him too, so it's just easiest essentially to get gear for him. So he has a whole ton of toughness and damage and everything, so I don't have to worry too much about him. It's just really easy to gear for him compared to the other ones. He has way more damage than I've been able to get for them, and I haven't been focusing too much on getting them good gear, but it's just, even then, it's still hard just because of the smart loot system getting gear for me and not necessarily for like an enchantress or whatever. So I'm just going with what I got, and it's been working out pretty well, especially since it's hardcore. A lot of his stuff really helps keep me alive with his ability where he dashes in and heals me and stuff like that, just so I don't have to worry too much about when I'm getting low. Like just now, he was using it. So that's why I'm using him, if you're wondering. Almost to the Rift Guardian here.
Patience. Not yet.
Might get to the Rift Guardian after this attack here.
Not ready yet.
No, not quite. Maybe after these guys.
The Rift
Yep, there we go.
Patience.
So I have a good deal amount of time left, so hopefully addition. I don't think he summons these. So yeah, this will be a little bit of a slower one. I just gotta make sure my bombardment phalanx are always being used whenever they're off cooldown. Same with my shield glare, even though I'm only getting one guy each time I use it, but it does make a difference. Plus it does help interrupt his attacks, like. Got him about halfway down almost. Yeah, we're definitely gonna finish this one in time.
Not yet. Patience.
I guess the good thing about guys that don't summon guys, even though I don't get all that extra wrath from using my shield glare, is I don't also have to worry about any of my damage being focused on the other guys, like from my phalanx focusing on the wrong guys, or like they're all going to be focusing on just the Rift Guardian the whole time.
Not ready yet.
Here, oh, we're getting kind of close to the timer. Yep, there's a minute left. He's dead. Just a second here. One more Condemn. Oh, maybe one.
Patience.
Cool. I got 3 legendary items, a 200 mace, a belt, a spear, and a gem. Wow. Anyway, that's a greater rift with my Condemn wielding, Frydehr's Wrath wielding Crusader dude.